In the first two episodes, I discussed the direction, strategy, and structure of family wealth management. In this episode, I want to focus on the three most critical actions to take within the first 90 days of the new year, actions that help you build a family financial system that can operate long-term without relying on memory, but instead running automatically and consistently. Topic 8. Does insurance serve as a system stabilizer for the family? The problem many high net worth families face is not a lack of insurance, but that their insurance exists in fragmented, isolated pieces. Truly financially mature families view insurance as a risk buffer, a cash flow stabilizer, and a critical source of liquidity for wealth transfer. To ensure insurance truly works when it matters most, the core question is never, is the coverage amount sufficient? The real question is, when a critical moment arrives, where will the money come from? In the previous episode, I talked about common high-risk family structures and risks related to career, health, legal issues, taxation, and inheritance. Insurance and annuities are among the most important tools for mitigating and absorbing these risks. Different tools play different roles under different circumstances, helping high net worth families withstand shocks. Here, I won't go into specific insurance types or products. Instead, I want to emphasize one key point. At the start of the new year, during financial planning and risk assessment, insurance should be treated as a critical execution tool. This means conducting a comprehensive review of existing policies, which policies are still effective, which are no longer relevant, and where critical protection gaps exist. At the same time, families should reassess whether changes in career, health, legal status, or estate planning goals have altered their risk profile, and whether the current insurance structure still fits. The beginning of the year is often a key adjustment period for insurance policies and carriers, when restructuring costs are relatively lower. Once this window passes, making structural changes can become significantly more expensive. That's why this is the right time to have a systematic discussion with an insurance professional or wealth advisor with one clear objective: to prevent a single unexpected event from disrupting the entire plan, forcing asset sales or life-changing decisions, and to ensure the family financial system remains stable under pressure. Topic 9. Why are decisions without a family wealth map inevitably fragmented? Many families are not lacking professionals. They may have CPAs, attorneys, and bank managers, each highly competent in their own field. The problem is that no one is responsible for the whole picture. The result is often this: each individual decision is correct on its own, but together they fail to work in harmony. That's because what is tax optimal is not always family optimal, and what is investment optimal may not be inheritance optimal. These families make decisions year after year yet constantly feel that something isn't quite right. The root issue is not execution, it's the absence of a complete family wealth map. Many successful high net worth families in the U.S. engage a wealth advisor to create a customized, comprehensive financial plan. Through this process, families systematically organize their financial reality, gain true control over direction, and clearly define short, mid, and long-term goals. The value of planning lies in connecting previously fragmented asset segments, aligning decisions, and balancing protection with growth so wealth serves family life and future goals in a safe, stable, and efficient way. The beginning of the new year is the ideal time to launch a customized family financial plan. I've also published dedicated videos on professional wealth planning on this channel, and I welcome you to explore them further. Topic 10. How does an annual review mechanism truly create long-term wealth gaps? The greatest hidden gap between high net worth families is not just asset size, but the quality, controllability, and sustainability of their wealth. One extremely important, but often overlooked, action is whether a family has a fixed annual review and forward planning mechanism. Families that truly go the distance conduct a systematic annual financial review every year, checking progress on key items, comparing outcomes against the plan, and recalibrating wealth goals. Many families stay busy year after year yet repeat the same mistakes. Families that achieve long-term success do so by continuously reviewing, benchmarking, and adjusting, keeping their finances on the right track and making decisions progressively easier. Do not underestimate the importance or the difficulty of an annual review. A high-quality review requires a comprehensive understanding of the family's financial situation, as well as awareness of market conditions, policy changes, and especially updates to tax rules for the coming year. For this reason, effective annual reviews are often systematic efforts completed together with a wealth advisor. For new immigrants and families who have entered the high net worth stage, the most important task at the start of the new year is never about buying a specific product. It's about confirming one thing: Have you built a family financial system that can operate sustainably over the long term? This is why, at the beginning of the year, I often recommend a comprehensive family wealth checkup. Because once the direction is right, time starts working in your favor. At this point, I've shared all 10 actions in the New Year 90-Day Family Financial Action Series. Taken together, these actions form a healthy and sustainable wealth management framework across 3 dimensions: clear financial goals, a wealth structure aligned with the family's situation, and timely action with long-term consistency. When these elements are in place, the next 10 years often become more orderly, more efficient, and far less stressful, allowing families to truly enjoy the quality of life that wealth is meant to provide. If you're interested in exploring any part of this series further, feel free to reach out. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you next time.